Hi, my name's Richard and welcome to my channel. Today we are going on a little bit of a trip and I'm going to bring you along. I hope you enjoy it. Everything starts with some petrol and a wash of the van. No diesel. Oh, this is not a good start. No diesel. Not a good start. So at this point it was getting close to the end of school hour, so I figured let's hit the motorway. I've got a quarter of a tank. You know, what possibly could go wrong? So, only option now, I head into the services, and the plan is to work out what the problem is with this engine oil and also to get some fuel. Need to look what this low oil thing is. I did have a service probably, I'm going to say probably a month ago. I haven't used the van that much because I've been doing loads of work on it, and I'll show you that at some point. What I'm thinking it might be, it could be one or two things. One, obviously, it could be low oil. The other thing that it could be is if they fitted an aftermarket oil filter, that affects the circulation of the oil. And I've had that before. When I first got the van, I bought it off some company, and it ended up, I changed the oil filter out and it fixed it. But I've been going to sort of a good garage, so I'm more inclined to say it's going to be low oil. So let's go and have a look, eh? Right, here we go. Got some toilet paper. Check this blooming oil. Right, there's a dipstick. I'll whiz you around. So the dipstick is down here. Let's give that a wipe off one sec. So here we are. You can see that. Let's move you around there. Look nice and clean. Bit of tissue on there. Let's remove that first. Let's try that again. There we go, nice and clean now. Let's give this a go, and hopefully it's just low. That's what I'm hoping, because that will be a partially easy fix. And to me, that does not look low at all, does it? That looks more than okay, which is, now I'm inclined to think it's probably more than likely that the oil filter. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. It's coming out again. If anything, it's probably overfilled. Looking at that dipstick, it looks like it's overfilled, doesn't it? Not really much I can do with that. I can't really drain any out. I think I'll just have to go with that for now and take it back to the garage, I guess. Yeah, annoying. Right, next on the agenda now, we've got to get some bloody diesel. Fingers crossed I can get from the station somewhere. Anyway, I'll update you in a second what happens, eh? See you in a bit. 185. That is nuts. Oh, well, I ain't got a choice, have I? So all in all, I've literally been driving for, at this point, probably 35 minutes, and the total journey is about 2 hours. And yeah, welcome to the M25. So my plan is to head out to a little spot I know up in Eastbourne and chill there for a bit. This is where we're parked up. It's a bit close to the road. I think we've missed the sun, haven't we? A bit foggy as well. Peaceful up here though, very peaceful. You do get the odd boy racer going past every now and again. Nice spot. So where am I? I'm in Eastbourne. Been here many times before. Really like this place. I've always been a bit of a geeky guy with electrics and cool stuff, building stuff, and I always wanted to get a van, but I didn't want to have a van and not have enough power to do the things that I enjoy doing. So I spent 2 years building a battery pack. It was I'm sitting on it now. It's a massive battery pack. It's 7 275 amp hour batteries. And when I say I built it, I collected old laptop batteries and I made a battery pack, a massive one with over, well, just under 1,000 batteries. It gives me about 12 kilowatt in power, which is absolutely ridiculous. But that enables me to have things like air fried oven, induction cooktop. I've got a full PC in the van with a 2080 Ti, all 240 volts appliances. And I finished building the pack. It took me 2 years to build it. It was a long time, I'm not gonna lie. It cost me about 390 quid to build the whole entire pack. But like I said, it was 2 years of work. You know, there's some dedication there. And once I completed the pack, I was sort of ready to look for a van. It's a bit odd really, because I actually sort of built the pack before I actually purchased the van. And you know, pre-pandemic, I purchased this van. It's a 2016 Sprinter. It's the 20th anniversary edition. I think they made about 1,400 of these. And it just comes with loads of extras. It comes with like air conditioning, anti-sway control, anti-wind control, you know, upgraded stereo, captain seat. You know, it just came with loads of extras. And I got a really good deal on it. I got it for £6,000. Yeah, very, very lucky. Yeah. So I was super lucky. I bought it at the right time. And then I spent pretty much the pandemic period converting the van. And it was a long process. You know, I saved up a bit of money to do the van build, and then started working on it. Yeah, so all the walls are spray foamed, so I spray foamed the walls. I bought the can myself, so everything in the van I've built myself. Even the sort of mechanical stuff I've done myself, from some of the suspension parts. I put air suspension on the rear, and you know, lots of other things, as well as the spray foam. I put, it's about 3 or 4 millimeter soundproof foam with vapor barrier across the whole entire van. Made a massive difference to the van, obviously from an insulation point of view. And you know, I've travelled in really, really hot climates from 30 plus degrees all the way down to, you know, -10, -15, you know, cold temperatures. And the van holds its temperature inside really well. So it holds it from the heat, it holds the heat out, and it also holds the cold out, and it works really, really, really well. Now, some of the decisions I made at the early stage is, you watch a lot of these videos online and you see these van life videos, and you know, this hot girl and they're going to all these places. In reality, it's not really like that. It can be every now and again, don't get me wrong. Some of the places you can go to are exactly like that. But most of the time, you know, you could be in a car park, you could be in a residential area. And, you know, I really wanted to make something so when you're inside the van, it's like a home, yeah? It's like you're inside your home, you've got all, you know, the electrical appliances, PC, and do all the things that you normally do at home, but you can do it in the van. Now, I did put a partition wall up inside the van. So at one end of the van, at some point I will do a van tour and show you around in a little bit more detail. But on the other side of the van, towards the cab area, I have a wall, and that wall is 2.5 inches thick with insulation Celotex, so 2.5 inch Celotex across the whole entire wall. And the windows that I've got, I do have 2 windows on one side of the van, and I've gone for the smaller windows because you lose a lot of heat through the windows. You lose heat through the windows and vice versa. Obviously, a lot of heat comes in. So the more windows that you have, the more likely are you going to absorb heat or dissipate heat. The second thing is, what I found is now traveling in the van for a good few years, is 95% of the time, probably more, the blackout blinds are on. When you're in the van, you know, you don't want to be walking around in a greenhouse. If you've got the lights on at night and you've got loads of windows, people are going to be looking in, not because they're being nosy, because, you know, it's obvious. Yeah, it's like when you walk past someone's house and they haven't got any nets and all the lights look in, and you look in and they look at you to sort of say what you're looking at, and you're like, well, you know, shut your curtains then. And that's what it's like in a van most of the time. And what I found is, like I said, 90% of the time you're going to be parked up in residential areas, maybe, you know, in park areas. You could be in industrial estates. There's all sorts of places where you could be parked up where, you know, clearly you don't really want people to know you're in the van. So my choice was to, you know, go with the smaller sort of oblong windows. And I think that was a good choice. If anything, looking back now, I'll probably have one less. That was the only thing I'll probably change. And probably the one towards the bed, I'll probably get rid of that one. And mainly because it's either the head of your bed or your bottom of your bed. And once again, you know, when it's hot, your head gets hot or your feet get hot. And when it's cold, it definitely is colder, even with insulated blinds. I've done Scotland, and I've also done a lot of the south coast. And this is where I am today. I'm in Eastbourne. I've spent a lot of time in Eastbourne. I've been here probably about 20, 30 times. Really like it down here. It's really camper van friendly, yeah, because you can park like very, very close to the sea. If you park towards the top, there's no parking meters or anything like that. There's some fantastic views and walks. And there is another reason I'm here, but you'll see in the next video, and I'll leave it as a little bit of a surprise. This is a great spot for the addition this van has got, that I'll show you in the next video. You'll have to keep tuned for that one. This is a medium wheelbase Sprinter, you know, and I'm 6'1". A lot of people might say, okay, why didn't you get a Luton? Now, I could build another van, but the reality is where I'm parking, where I live in a densely populated residential area. It's a one-way road. For me to park a Luton van on that road is physically impossible. You couldn't park it there. The Sprinter vans and the medium wheelbase vans, you can park them on a single laned road, a single one-way road, no problem. I mean, it is probably about an inch, sticks out probably an inch more than maybe a car if you go right to the curb. Also, the length, because of the rear of the van, where the wheels are, if you reverse over a curb, you can pretty much park in any parking space. So from an accessibility point of view, and, you know, where can you go in this van, you've got that ability to sort of really go anywhere or park anywhere. The only limitation you really have is probably the height of the van. But you're going to get that in most vans if you want to stand up, unless you go for something like a VW. So my drive really to, you know, get something bigger, there is a trade-off, and it's a big trade-off, right? The trade-off is, you know, you go and do something like that, then you restrict on where you can go, and you're less stealthier. I mean, people are going to know that this is a camper van. Probably over the last year, I've been thinking about making videos, mainly because I've been to so many places and met so many people and done some, you know, really cool stuff. And the only sort of documentation or acknowledgement I've got of that is from what I've seen from my eyes. And I've always thought that, you know, some of these places I've been are really, really cool places, and some of the stuff that I've done. And I figured that it'd be good to share it. So this is where it all starts, basically. This is me, you know, sharing the start of that journey, and take you with me, and you can, you know, witness what I witness. And, you know, I'm not putting anything on here. I'm genuinely going to these places because I enjoy these places. And so anyway, right, I need to go to Tesco's anyway because I'm absolutely starving. So I'll take you along for the ride. Tesco's it is. I'm at my favourite counter. Little bit of the hints in the basket. Might be having a barbecue tomorrow. Time for something to eat. See how much power we're drawing. So I'll put the chips on first. Actually, see what I've got. I've got some chips and a sirloin steak. That is the plan. The bad news is I forgot to get some oil, so you're going to be able to witness me burning a pan. Okay, let's grab a knife. Very nice in here. Bit annoying. It would have been nicer with a bit of oil in there, wouldn't it? I've got a little bit of barbecue seasoning as well. It's going to stick bad, isn't it? Oh Oh dear, I bet it is, isn't it? Not much I can do. I've got some seasoning here as well, so I'll put some of this on. This is barbecue classic, my favourite. I'll put a little bit on before and after, because before, when you cook it, it comes off in the pan, particularly when you've got no oil. This is going to be bad. We'll just put it down and then pick it back up again. Oh, okay. Just wipe my hands over a little bit. Yeah, it should be fine. I think what I'm going to move on now and put the. This is a little thing I've got down here, an air fried oven. This is the best thing. If you've got power in a van, guys, this thing is awesome. It's way cleaner, much easier. It uses a lot of power though. Right, where do I put the chips? We have some curly fries. No particular reason, just saw them and fancied them. And the other thing as well, if you've got an air fried oven, will that do? Probably do. I don't want to go too nuts. That'll do. If you've got an air fried oven, the thicker it is, obviously the longer it's going to take to cook, yeah? Oh, that ain't going to happen, is it? Just break some of these up with just a little bit. And then whack them in. That is going to pull some power. Let's put it in for 15 minutes. I'll show you how much power it's drawing. Let's whiz this around. Here we go. 2,500 watts, 100 amps. It's surging because the what's it called? The induction cooktop does that. It turns on, turns off to moderate the heat. Yeah. Okay. Jesus. Oh, that is not too bad, actually, is it? It's not sticking as bad as I thought it was going to. Oh, it smells fantastic. Oh, I need a bin bag. Let's find a bin bag. I normally buy these ones from Tesco's. Last ages, these things, and you can just put your stuff in. I'll show you another cool little thing I've got as well, which is handy if you've got a van and you've got metal in the van, which I'm sure you're going to have loads of it. Just double check on that. Looking good. I want it sort of not rare, medium rare. I'll show you if I've got a spare one because I'm using some on the window. Right, these things, look at these, look. I'll show you why these are cool. They're just really handy. You can buy them on Amazon. Just go and have a look for magnetic hooks, yeah? And because you've got loads of metal in the van, I'll show you this, look. Here we go, look. So if I stick that there, you can have a hook there. And these are strong, yeah? Very strong, yeah? So I'll give you a scenario. What I do in this corner piece, I mean that on there, you can now, if we just whiz over here and get my bin bag, you can hang it up there like that. Pretty awesome, right? I use them for all sorts of things, these little hooks as well. I use them for like washing line inside the van. I've done that a few times. Get a little line, hook it on here, come over the other side of the van, over here, hook another one over there, and you got yourself a washing line. In fact, I've actually have a washing line, one of the little Amazon one I bought, which comes out on a roll. Anyway, just gonna check on the debris. Looking good. I have a proper plate. It is massive, but this plate, I don't know if you're like me, I do have these ones. Oh, I do have these plastic ones. I don't know. I'd prefer eating off a normal plate. I know it could break, but it's £2 for a plate. And this thing, I don't know, it just don't feel so good when you're eating it, does it? Right, let's have a look. It's like MasterChef in the van. What time is it? Let's have a look. It's actually quite late because I had all the problems with the van. It's 8 o'clock, so I'm definitely eating a bit later here, aren't I? It's not too bad, it's not sticking. Oh, it smells lovely though. Let's check them chips. Have a look. You'll be pretty hot already. Won't take long. That one's need a bit more. Move it around a bit. Let's whack it back in there. coming on nice. What I probably want to do is grab a fork. Yeah, I know it's blatantly rare as hell at the moment, but yeah, I feel I want to turn that down a bit. Go down to number 3. I think I forgot to turn the oven back on. Yeah, I did. What I normally do as well, because I've got the air fried oven, I'll show you. So I've got this cupboard down here, and I've got, you know, all my pans and bleach, fire extinguisher. There's the little air fried oven. Love this thing. And what I do is normally get this little thing here, and then just hook it over the door like that, and then, yeah, look, not ideal, I admit, having an oven inside of a cupboard, but it works. I've had it for 2 years like that. Awesome little thing, you know. You just pull the little drawer out, look, close it again. Like if you put it on chips, it even gives you an option to rotate. So if it's like 20 minutes for the chips, after 10 minutes it beeps to tell you to turn the chips over. I just think it's freaking cool. It's like 60 quid or something. But like I said, you need quite a lot of power in the van to be able to power something like that. I think I need 2 of these things because I can't do them both. Oh, look, it does look nice, doesn't it? It's looking good. I needed this, something nice after today. Oh, it smells great as well. I should probably put the fan on as well. So I don't know if you've noticed. God, we're going through it today. Look, I have no fan on the ceiling. Look, because I've got 1,000 watt on the roof, as you can see. No fan. But what I have got over here is, oh, I might as well show you in here while we're here. Here's the fridge. It's inside of a cupboard. The PC's in here. We'll do a van tour later on. Down the side in here, there is a 6-inch pipe going all the way down here, out underneath the floor, up here. So it's like a HVAC system, yeah? And then in this cupboard, which is an absolute freaking mess, because I've been throwing stuff in there, I've got this. So I'll show you that. Okay, Google, turn the fan on. She's thinking about it. Is she going to do it? Oh, she's thinking. Here we go, fans on. Here we go. Right, so on number 1 at the moment, I can crank it up. Honestly, 2's fine. Oh, shit. 2's fine. Does a really good job on number 2. Let's put that back down there again. She's looking good. I don't know why I call her a she, but she's looking nice. So, yeah, like I said, back in here again. Set it on number 2. If you want to know what this is, here it is here. This is a Cloud Inline series. This is the Infinity 6. Believe it or not, guys, this is for a cannabis grow tent. The cool thing about it is there's a temperature sensor I've got inside of here, yeah? And what happens is if you look closely, you can set it to come on depending on the humidity, temperature. There's a eco mode if you want to turn it off. Timers. There's, look, you see you've got low, high temperature, humidity control. And you can just basically set this up. Oh, no, alarm set high. You can set this up, temperature, humidity, exactly how you like it, and it will control the HVAC system for you. That way, you gain all of this, yeah? You gain more solar space, and it's just as good. I think I might have to go up a little bit higher on that one. It's taking its time, isn't it? It's looking good. Chips are probably going to be done in a second. Do you reckon I should have a quick ganders inside and see what it's like? Hang on. Let's have a look. Let's see what she's like inside. That looks about right to me. That's sort of how I prefer it. See that? I'm going to call that a good one. Hopefully the chips are ready. Oh, it looks fantastic. Let's turn this off. And just to finish that off, I don't really want to put that down there. I'll sort of just do it for a sec. What I'm going to do is put a bit more of this on. As like I said, a lot of it comes off in the pan. And now, so I'm going to have a look at chips. Oh, can you hear that? Sizzling away. Oh, Jesus. Yep, they're done. Like I said earlier, you know, if you've got an air fried oven, having something that is thinner to cook, cooks a lot quicker. There we go. Should have got some gravy or something, shouldn't I? I feel like I should have... Oh, the oven's still on. I feel like I should have got some like sauce or something. I'll tell you what I have got. I have some mayonnaise. Right. It's like MasterChef, this, isn't it? Let's have a look at a bit of let's have a look at a bit of this steak then. Let's have a look. This is not the ideal knife, this is the one I've got in my hand. Let's have a look. Let's see what it looks like. It looks nice. Man, that is good. Pleased with that. I'm going to go and eat this, and then we'll catch up in a bit. I think that was successful. Bit of washing up.